Day 27 of harvest. It's gonna be a good one. The end is in sight.
This was day 2 of having the guys from Snert Stoppers out. So they were showing me the progress they're making. They were out here bright and early, and I was really happy with how it was coming along. I am going to do a individual standalone video for this, but basically this is a company that helps insulate our doors, so I quit losing so much propane when I'm heating the shop in the winter.
Yeah, no, that is perfect. Okay, so Greg and I are hauling corn to a location that he has not been before, so I'm just waiting for him to back out of the barn and we're gonna drive over together. Now, this place should probably have a line. They test every load and it takes 10 minutes to get your vom test. So I'm trying to be strategic about this. They opened an hour ago. I'm hoping that means like all the early risers who wanted to get there first thing have worked their way through the line, and then we'll get there before people come back with their second load. We only have 2 trucks ahead of us. Woo!
A little fun fact about me, this is when I always get nervous for some reason. I get on the scale and they ask, okay, who do we have? So they can, you know, get you scaled in under the right farm account and stuff. And for whatever reason, I always get so nervous. And then I'm like, oh, Kent Family Farms. Like as if I forget what my own operation is called.
Okay, I thought we had 2 trucks ahead of us. We only have 1 truck ahead of us for corn, which is awesome. This is good. This is good for my schedule. I have a girl named Hannah coming to the farm today. She's coming at 11, so I was hoping we wouldn't be stuck in some long lines and she'd have to sit around waiting on us. So as long as we can not have much of a line in the second load, everything will be on schedule. Okay, going to unload the grain cart because those tires need air. Okay, we need to service everything.
This is, you had this here, and your doors are seeing out further, so that's why you need Snert Stopper. I've never seen it that wide of a gap. This is
New record.
This is bigger than that hole over there.
We did not get that load in there perfectly. You want the center of the truck to line up with the center of the grain tank. But the guys from Snert Stoppers were out working on the side of the bin, so Greg didn't get his load all the way over, but it'll load just fine, a little bit cockeyed. Okay, load number 2, we had 4 trucks ahead of us. I had 5 trucks ahead of me, the 5th one being Greg, but I switched places with him so that I can get back to the shop 10 minutes earlier because Hannah is coming around 11 and I want to make sure I'm there when she gets there.
So what we're going to use, this is Snert Stopper that we're going to use in the center, so we're going to put it.
Hannah brought burgers for lunch and dang, they were good. Okay, and Hannah and I headed to a new field. It's always nice when you are showing someone what you're doing and you hit all the right buttons. It makes me feel smart. Hannah is on a rescue mission to get our water bottles and my phone charger. We left them in the combine before JD took over. First dump now. 2 fields left. Well, unfortunately, the yields here are crappy, really bad, not great. Bummer that we went from, we're 100 bushel lower than we were in our last field. That's what I'll say. We're 100 bushel lower. Wait, I'm being dramatic. It's 90 bushel less than our last field. So that is a big difference. A bummer, it's gonna be a bummer to end on crappier ground. Just, I don't know, I'd like to end on a high and it'll drag our total average down significantly, which is a bummer. But at least this isn't the yield of all of our acres. The second year in a row that I wish we would have done separate counties for our crop insurance, because last year this field was not good at all. and it didn't qualify because we were using, we got a discount because we had multiple counties rather doing, I'm not explaining this well. We got a multi-county discount, and so we did that, and so everything gets grouped together, whereas had we done 2 different counties, we would have had a claim last year and we might have had a claim this year. So that's frustrating, but when I'm buying the crop insurance and I see how much more I'm going to need to pay to do the 2 counties separately, that's when I'm like, no, of course, lump them together. But I should have done them differently. But you don't know until you know. Probably have JD haul and dry because this corn is just not rolling out. Kind of very disappointing. Also, can't remember if I said anything or not, but JD got the air in the tires. He switched. He gave the 8260R an oil change. They're both ready to finish up this harvest. George is headed home. I got Colin right now, and I'm going to shell until we got things full for the dryer to run all night. I'm old enough to remember when tar spot smoke was not an issue. This is one of the reasons having guidance really helps out. We are currently at a 152 average. So, dang. Anyone else's combine, when it becomes dusk, no matter what, these 2 bars will stay all the way up when I'm headed one direction. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're up, they're topped out or close to topped out almost the entire time I drive one direction, and then when I come back the other direction, they will lower down. It's been like this for, I don't know, since we've had this combine. That's just me. We haven't adjusted this from the different fields. In the other fields we were seeing lots and lots of green. Now we're seeing lots and lots of red. Okay, the positives though. These trees are beautiful. It's really easy to combine this stuff. We only have a few days left. Okay, this is the downside of having a Heggie apply the fungicide. We got a lot of run over corn in this field. I didn't see as much run over corn in the other fields, but I don't know. It is 7:30. We're gonna fill one more truck and then call it good, because we will have corn in both of our overheads for the dryer, so it'll be drying all night anyway. No need to run super late. Look at that moon. It is all orangey. Orange. We always let the combine sit for a few minutes to cool down at the end of the day. But honestly, I feel like half the time it's just for me too, to just sit and give myself a moment before we move things home and then call it a day for real. It'll only be a few days left. This moisture will slow us down a bit, especially the fact that we will be needing to wait on the dryer to dump it into the bins, since we'll have to fill up the wet bin. But that's okay. We can have a couple slow days, really get going on getting some ground worked. Next week, Tanner will be in DC all week for work. If we are like just cooking along, I might slip down for a day or two, see our apartment, check it out, because right around the corner, at the beginning of November, we will start cheerleading practices. So I won't have much of a chance to go to DC to hang out with him and see what's up there. So we'll see. Obviously I'm not going to go if we have anything more in the fields and we're doing anything besides tillage, but it would be nice to just get away for a day, get some emails and stuff like that. I can catch up on stuff like that while Tanner's at the office, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm not gonna get my hopes up for doing that until we see what the weather's like and stuff. It is 8:10. I am going to bed.